1 concluded on December 18th. Then January 19th, there will be phase 2. So that is quite important to have a look and to check that, because I don't want to talk about those changes too much because it is subject to change. So we could have everything that I just told you might not even come out. The instant armor kits that they've introduced, which I've been saying should be applied for months now, for years now, that might not even come out. So I don't want to talk too much about that, but phase 1 and 2 of Project Resolve is here, and it's going to fix a lot of the issues of the game, which is really why a lot of PvP players left. So Project Resolve, if you're a PvP player, into U20 will cause you to want to at least come back and try the changes. So that alone, for PvP players, you need to come back for TU20. And also Season 3 Vanguard February 6th. So we get Project Resolve, that is when it's going to be deployed. Year 5 Season 3 Vanguard start of the Manhunt. Continued game improvements and balancing Year 6 onwards. Improved analytics and anti-cheat detection. So for example, the cheaters in the dark zone, we all know they're an issue, and leaderboards in PvE as well, it's a problem. But also people cheating to get high Shade Tech watch levels, that's going to be changed as well, because some players are immortal because of their high health pools, and now that's going to be removed. So that's great for PvP. So when this becomes live, you guys need to jump on, but I would recommend to jump on if you want to try all these changes and test everything. Make sure, and you're on console, remember this PTS is only on PC. Jump in, but farm a little bit before it comes out. Create a new character, even get some Shade Tech watch levels, so that when it comes out, you can actually jump in. And another thing I really want to mention, and if this comes out, it's going to change everything, because expertise is being made cheaper. So you'll be able to upgrade your expertise. That's why I have got a new character with thousands of Shade Tech watch levels, so I can jump in and get to level 20 plus, which is going to be really nice, because that is also an issue and why players left, because of the grind. It's going to be made a lot cheaper, and I think it's important to mention. Then if we look at the roadmap again, new apparel event, new Manhunt for Season 3, then Year 6. Some improvements, Manhunt apparel event. There's been quite a lot of apparel events. A new Hunter outfits just popped in the shop. It's very expensive. If you guys want it, have a look. It's really cool, but I'm definitely not going to buy it. It's quite expensive with just an outfit. So that is on you, but I'm not too bothered by the new apparel events. So we've got Season 2 Manhunt apparel. Like I said, you can see there isn't too much going on, but just the Project Resolve alone will change the game and allow you to really enjoy it, especially if you left the game for the issues that are currently being fixed or currently being worked on. That could really be good for you. Then the story DLC, which is very interesting. We have no idea what's going to come through there, but that is only in 2025, so that's a long way away. As you guys can see, there's a lot coming through and a lot of fixes and changes happening in the game. So this is a plus, and from testing in the PTS Phase 1, I can report back that it's really, really nice. The game is getting more stable, less crashes. It's really, really, it's well supported at the moment. Maybe that's because Division 3 is a go. But regardless, I think it's great, and you need to at least try the improvements. But it also depends on why you left. Let's take a quick look at the map, so I can kind of give you an idea of what's happened. It depends on when you left the game initially. So if we take a look at, if you have not tried some of the new legendary missions, you really need to give it a go. Specifically, I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments guys, but Tidal Basin is incredible. You need to give it a go as a legendary mission. And also manning National Zoo, a lot of fun and worth your time. Summit was added. We all know Summit. It's very repetitive, kind of boring, but it is a bit of a challenge. It's quite good for farming XP. So if you haven't played Summit, is it really worth coming back for just Summit? I personally would not say so. Same for Descent, and I know that sounds like the same thing. It's pretty much kind of...
I'm a little bummed I wasted that.
You get lots of... it is fun initially. I would say return more for Descent. If you played Summit, then definitely come back for Descent. But if you haven't played Summit and a roguelike mode isn't for you, probably not. But Descent is really nice, kind of like a simulation. You get to choose your gear, you progress. If you die, you start again, and you can actually stack talents on your character. When they first brought this out, it was a lot of fun because you felt overpowered, but they nerfed everything. So I don't think I'm going to be playing this anymore, but I would absolutely recommend giving Descent a try. Now, if you really left early on and you didn't play any of the raids, I mean, what more can I say? The raids are amazing. The Operation Iron Horse, but you need to have a team. Because this is the new raid that was added years ago. It is great. There's a lot of puzzles, there are guides on YouTube, but it's really going to depend on whether or not you have a team. If you don't, I know a lot of players might not be active, then it might be tricky for you to play. But there's a lot that I could be talking about, little details. But for me, I think one of the best game modes that have been added, it's recently actually in the last couple of months, is the new Incursion Paradise Lost. This is absolutely incredible. You need to give this a try. It is a lot of fun. You guys will be seeing some gameplay of this. This is one of the best modes that have been released in the game. And it's really worth coming back to play this if you haven't played Paradise Lost. It's a lot of fun, and you can do it in a two-man. I even did this solo up until the last part because the devs changed quite a bit. So you can potentially do it solo, but what I found is you need very high expertise. That's going to be very important to complete the solo. But it's a lot of fun playing in a group, and you can get the new Ouroboros SMG, which kind of takes me or forces me to talk about weapons now, because there's a lot that's being added to the game. I'm just trying to think if there's anything more I can touch up on, kind of like major content drops. We know Warlords of New York. If you guys don't know, there's a whole new expansion, and if you didn't get this, if you haven't played it, this is the big expansion that was revealed to the game, and you really need to get this. Now, you can actually get this on a lower price. It's up to you. I'm not sure exactly what deals are running right now. You can go and complete this. It's actually really good. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but that's really on you. If you haven't played that, you're really missing out. Also, to mention the Dark Zones. So if you take a look here, if you guys weren't aware of this change, we've got the Dark Zones. These are normalized. I mean, if you
Does
take a look
explosive arrows
this
count
one
as
is the
elemental
occupied Dark
damage?
Zone.
I
So the
hope so.
normalized ones have got turrets to protect you from players actually camping the door. And as I mentioned before, some of these, the patch notes for PvP players, this is the biggest patch for PvP, TV20. So if you are a PvP player, you really need to jump in. You have got like mitigations to skills and status effects. So if you guys hate the status effects in the game, this is going to help you a lot. Like for example, while burning, rolling in any direction will apply a
Electric
bonus of
damage.
10% burn damage resistance
I haven't
for 5
got
seconds
that.
up to a maximum of 30. Rolling 3 times maxes out the bonus, so you can see where this is going. Repair skills is also getting buffed. The booster hive is getting reworked. Conflict is getting completely changed. More XP. We've got turrets. You can also, you won't get players abusing swapping gear pieces out to get like a perfectly efficient